Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to the info session of the International Students Mooting Competition. My name is Alexander Chin and I am one of the International Student Liaison Director from GLSA.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariam Kiani and I am one of the directors for GLSA ISL. And as Alex has already mentioned, we're going to be talking about the International Students Mooting Competition in this info session. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have it in person, face-to-face, due to the current situation. So we decided to move it online just so you guys do have something. So before we start, I just want to recognize that the GLSA Association acknowledges the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional owners of the land on which the university stands and respectively recognizes elders past, present, and emerging.
Alright, so today's info session will cover the following parts. Firstly, we will explain to you what is this competition and we'll mention a few highlights of it. And then we will be introducing our sponsor, the Asian Australian Lawyers Association, AALA, and our guest speaker, Mr. Daniel Nguyen, who is a Victorian barrister and also the president of the Victorian branch of AALA. After that, we will go through the competition procedure, the important dates, and a few other things to be kept in mind before your registration.
So you may ask, what exactly is the student moot that we are putting out there? So this is a new initiative presented by the GLSA. We recognize there is a need for international students to have more opportunities in the mooting context. GLSA will be running this moot in a way that does cater primarily to students with an international background. So the way this is going to work is that there's going to be one case problem throughout the year. It's going to be released 1 week before your actual first round starts. Then there's going to be 3 preliminary rounds, which meaning you are going to have a lot of practice, room to practice, improve your advocacy skills and speaking skills. It's also going to help with your presentational skills. And though mooting is usually done in like a in person at uni, that's obviously not possible anymore. So to cope with the COVID-19 situation, we're going to move this online, and all of the rounds into semester 1 are going to be done through the Zoom meeting. And one more thing, if it's in your team, you need at least 1 international student in your team.
Before getting into the competition rules, we would like to say special thank you for our sponsor AALA for their continuous support to this competition. In semester 2, all our knockout rounds will be judged by the barristers from AALA. Therefore, our participants will be able to hear feedback from them according to their real-world advocacy experience. The Asian Australian Lawyers Association was established in 2013 and is the first incorporated association in Australia to focus on the growing number of Asian Australian lawyers in the profession, as well as other lawyers with an interest in Asia. The objectives of AALA are to promote cultural and linguistic diversity in the legal profession, including via professional networking, to promote mutual understanding of Australian and Asian legal systems, and also to support the registered members. Therefore, if anyone has interest in joining AALA as a member, you may visit the web link provided at this page to register. Only $10 will be charged and you will be able to access to the networking programs and events. There are a few flagship initiatives of the AALA that we would like to mention. The AALA is running a mentoring program for law graduates. When you as an AALA member are undertaking practical legal training after graduation, you will be eligible for this program. The Winning NCAT Scholarship is an annual scholarship for research papers on topics dealing with equality, diversity, and the law. For further information about this scholarship, please visit the AALA website. In the end, the Australian legal profession, a snapshot of the Asian Australian diversity in 2015, is a groundbreaking report launched by AALA. It is a report concerning the bamboo ceiling faced by lawyers with an Asian background.
As Alex has already introduced, our sponsor AALA, They are actually so kindly provided us with a member to speak to everyone today. His name is Daniel Nguyen, and he has a lot of previous experience. Is a barrister at the Victorian Bar. He's a member of the Victorian Bar Council. He's actually president of the Victorian branch of the AALA, and he's going to actually be a guest speaker today for all of you.
Hi everyone, my name's Daniel Nguyen, and I'm the Victorian President of the Asian Australian Lawyers Association. The aims of the association is to promote greater cultural diversity within the senior ranks of the legal profession. We are proudly sponsoring the Global Law Students Association International Students Moot, and will be helping to source judges from our membership for the Moot. I appear in this video instead of in person because of the current situation with COVID-19. I'm pleased and glad to hear that the Moot will continue and you'll get your chance to test your advocacy skills, albeit in a novel way. I'm told that the preliminary rounds at least will be held and performed via Zoom video conferencing. My first Moot was at Melbourne Law School. It was my first year and I was anxious and I didn't know what to expect. But once I got onto my feet, as I'm hoping that many of you will, it was a fantastic experience to learn, make mistakes, and get better at advocacy. Advocacy is about persuasion and persuading successfully. You need to be able to communicate effectively with the bench, and you need them to trust you and find that you're reliable. I want to thank Kelvin Ng, Rocky Zhao, my AALA Victorian Committee members, and Alexander Chin of the GLSA for striking this collaboration between us. I should mention that it's $10 for students to join the AALA, and in turn you'll get access to our programs and events, which includes networking with senior solicitors, barristers, and judges. I want to thank everyone and remind you to keep safe, look after yourself, and importantly, to be kind and respectful to others. As up-and-coming lawyers, you're expected to set the bar for the rest of the community. I wish you luck for the Moot, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Daniel. That was really informative. I'm really hoping that you guys are really interested in joining and signing up. For those who are still confused about how this is going to work, so the written submissions, Mooting always has written submissions. So all teams will receive the case problem at 6 p.m. 1 week prior to the beginning of the first round. So there's going to be 2 days that the teams are going to compete. So if a team competing on April 7th is going to receive the problem at 6 p.m. on the 31st of March, the team competing on the 8th of April is going to receive the problem again at 6 p.m. but on April 1st. The teams will have an entire week to conduct the legal research. Your teams need to finish the submissions for the sides of both the appellants and the respondents. So your written submissions are going to be for both sides, and they should be submitted to our ISL GLSA Gmail and to your competitors via email by 6 p.m. on the day before your first round. Any of the format and the details regarding how the written submissions should be, please refer to the competition guidebook that's on the webpage. I've put the link there as well. And there's actually some samples on the webpage as well for your references.
All right, here I will briefly mention the procedure of the oral submissions. At the beginning of your oral submissions, the judges will take the appearances by the senior counsels from both sides. The senior counsel for each side will introduce the names of the oralists and the instructing solicitor in their team. For example, if it please the court, my name is Alexander Chin, and I appear as senior counsel for the appellant. My learned colleague, Marian Kayani, will appear as junior counsel, and my learned colleague, Batman, will act as instructing solicitor. After that, the senior and junior counsel of the appellant will start their submissions in order for 10 minutes each. After appellant submissions, The counsels for the respondent will continue with their submissions in the same order. Once both sides finish their submissions, the judges will take time to calculate the scores for all the oralists, provide feedback, and announce the outcome of this round competition.
So again, we just want to make sure that you guys are aware of the important dates. I know everyone has a lot of other things going on, but semester 1 is kind of off to a crazy start right now, but I think we can make it work. So obviously today is the information session, and tomorrow is going to be when the team registration is going to open. Then Monday is when we're going to announce the teams. Then the same week on Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when the case problem is going to be released, the next day after the team is announced. And this preliminary rounds actually start on week 6, 8, and 10. So they're going to start on week 6, and they go from week 6, 8, and 10. And then semester 2, the semester 2 knockout rounds are going to be weeks 2 and 4. And then the grand final is on week 6, semester 2.
Okay, so there are a few things to be noted. The dress code of this competition is business attire. But considering that we are running the Moot online, in theory, you are allowed to wear no pants. But no matter what you do, don't let your judges see it. To successfully register in this competition, you need to have 2 to 3 people in your team, and at least one participant must be international student. This year, we have places for 16 teams to register. The registration will be open on Thursday, that is tomorrow at 6 p.m. It will be a first-come, first-served basis. Therefore, if you would like to participate in this competition, please don't forget the time and don't miss the opportunity. In the meantime, I would like to mention that the fact scenario of this case will either be torts or obligations. Therefore, students from all year levels are encouraged to register.
So in order to sign up, the registration link is right on the slide in front of you. Just click on that, and it'll take you to the form of what you need to fill out. Information that's going to be required is obviously your team name, if you have one, you want to make one up, your student numbers, your emails, phone numbers, and which day your team would like to compete, either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. And then the teams are going to be allocated to either 6:30, 7:30 time slot or the 7:30, 8:30 time slot. So you guys can pick the days, and then we'll just allocate you to which times that can work for everyone.
Thank you guys. If you have any questions, you may refer to the competition guidebook, which is on our official website. For any other questions, please comment directly on the Facebook post of this video, and the GLSA members will reply to you as soon as possible.
And I just want to say I'm really, really excited. I know Alex has done such an amazing job with this Moot, and I really hope that a lot of you do sign up and compete, because it's really is a great experience. If you're not doing the mooting in general, first year mooting or the open mooting, I think international students mooting is very important. You'll make great friends. You'll really hone your skills with communication, with public speaking, your advocacy, and it's a very vital skill to have while you're in law school. So just, really think about it, and would love for you all to sign up and join us. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.